Well, it's delayed because of reasons, I guess. It's finally Ruby's Volume 6, Episode 10, Stealing from the Elderly. And this is me, the angry anime fan. A pretty short episode, almost the shortest of this volume. I mean, the volume is almost done. How many episodes are left? Two, maybe? And, or three. And it's clear that they're not going to have an episode in Atlas. Probably. I was wondering when it was going to end in. Probably it's gonna end with them either on their way to Atlas or being surrounded by enemies. I was really hoping Cinder will die this volume, but no, it appears that luck is not going to happen. We'll still have to wait one volume or two more before that happens. Unless, of course, in the end, she is the final antagonist. Judging from the way this going, it seems very likely it is. In this episode, the plan is set in motion, and also we see one. Speaking of Cinder, we see one female guard that is focused on. Her face looks remarkably similar to, you know, the Neo. Makes me wonder if Cinder really is there, but that's beside the point. The plan is set in motion with the excuse that Wise is taking the train since Cordo said that they will escort at least, well, Wise there. She has a large bag. The ones who will escort her will be the Twill D and Twill Dumber guards. So, and Seraphon is seeing her off while also being a distraction, since she has actually managed to train Adrian to cry on command. I mean, you can say much about Adrian, but he's a lot smarter for an infant. I mean, he seems so aware. And that caused destruction, especially when the guards grab the bag and notice it's heavy. And it's heavy because Maria is inside that bag. Once on board the ship, she contacts Team RWBY, who also sets the other plan in motion. Once they're airborne or out of reach from the mobile, uh, Wise overwhelms the guard and throws them off the ship with a parachute, nonetheless, while Maria tries to control the controls. But things takes another, and then Yang, or more likely Blake, are gonna destroy the communication tower so that they cannot be tracked. However, things do not get set in motion though, as Blake do not destroy the tower when she was supposed to. And the reason for that, sorry, may have a bad throat, so I'm not as focused. Uh, what I'm trying to say is the reason for the delay is because we see another antagonist returning. Yes, it is Adam. Apparently has been stalking Team RWBY for a while now and has just been waiting for a chance for Blake to be alone. I mean, it's clear that Adam went off the slippery route ever since his humiliating loss in Volume 5, but this, oh my god. And it's also revealed that he has discarded the white mask from after his volume short, but for some strange reason he now wields a blindfold. What, Rooster Teeth, are you implying that Adam have been blind all this time and he still has been a badass? Or are you just doing that to tease us of the fact that we will never see Adam's whole face? I mean, if Adam was been blind this whole time, then that's pretty awesome. I mean, the way he could fight and all that stuff. Still, I'm not so sure to believe if he's blind. So what, or that maybe that blindfold means anything. So yeah, the communication tower is not destroyed. So Cordelia gets, or no, Cordovan gets note what is happening. It's one fun scene here where Maria pulls a troll moment, as Cordelia says that, I mean Cordovan calls in the comments, says that she will show the might of Atlas if they're not turning around, but all that Maria does is chew on some cashew nuts, basically making a brick yoke and saying that's the sound of me not caring. And of course, Cordovan then completely loses the rest of the sanity she has, as she then deploys a huge mecha and begins chasing after the ship. Not fighters, a mecha. and a big one at that. I mean, Cordovan, you really are an idiot. Don't you realize that is going to cause panic inside of this country? Wouldn't surprise me if this kingdom gets overrun by Grim, given the fact that we do see a lot of normal people seeing the mecha and get nervous, and we all know that the Grim gets drawn to fear. And it's still not exactly clear if this academy that exists here has trained huntsmen. So I guess we'll see and wait, huh? It's even more funny when Maria says, I am fine, but she is clearly lost her mind. And even though Crow still gets moped into his self-pity, in the end it is finally once again Ruby who says that they still need Crow for Bronwyn. And maybe, yes, maybe, Crow is beginning to see a little bit more of the light as he says, how did you grow up so fast? And Jess says, I had good role models. So is Crow slowly getting out of his funk? Well, one can hope. So that's basically this episode. Despair is currently winning, and as I said before, the volume is almost ending. So we won't get to Atlas until volume 7 at least. I am just not sure on how this is going to end though. I mean, it's probably going to be Team RWBY versus that huge mecha. The plan would have worked also if it weren't for Adam. I guess all these flashes we have seen of Adam this volume has been foreshadowing. It wasn't just post-traumatic stress. Maybe it really was Adam. But it doesn't exactly explain though why he had the mask on then. So it could have been post-traumatic stress, but it does foreshadow that maybe Adam really was there. It had some funny moments of this episode, but other than that, I felt it was pretty slow. Didn't help in the matter that despair is winning. Cordovan, I mean, she is a bit over the top and obnoxious, but she's created to not be a likable character. Getting out a huge mecha though, now is Team RWBY really gonna have to fight that huge mecha? And if they do, are they gonna win? Well, as I said before, this isn't this gonna create huge fear in this kingdom? But we'll see. Give me your thoughts if you have any.